Hello students, welcome to the maths class. Today in this video I am going to explain exercise 8L. It is the last exercise of this chapter 8. So I am going to explain 8L, the last exercise of differentiation. In this exercise you are going to study higher derivatives or successive differentiation. So what is higher derivative or what is successive differentiation? I am going to tell you. You see here, suppose that you are having y equals fx is a differentiable function. Suppose you are having a differentiable function y equals fx and its derivative dy upon dx, it will be f dash x. Suppose this derivative is called first derivative. Suppose this derivative is called first derivative. Then again, and suppose it is also differentiable function. First derivative is also differentiable function. Then derivative of first derivative is called second derivative and it is denoted by d2y upon dx2. And it will be f double dash x. Again I am telling to you, suppose that y equals fx is a differentiable function. You find its derivative dy upon dx, it will be f dash x. Suppose this derivative is also differentiable. Keep in the mind, this derivative is also differentiable. And this derivative, suppose it is first derivative, then derivative of first derivative will be second derivative and it will be denoted by d2y upon dx2 equals f double dash x. So 2 times differentiation you can say. Third time also you can find, that will be third derivative or derivative of third order. It is called second derivative. d2y upon dx2 is called second derivative or derivative of second order. d3y upon dx3, it will be third derivative or derivative of third order, but it will be found when second derivative is differentiable. Third derivative will be found when second derivative is differentiable. Second derivative will be found when first derivative is differentiable. I told already. So keep these things in the mind. But in our syllabus only till second derivative you have to find. Third derivative you don't have to find. Till second derivative you have to find. Second derivative of the given function you have to find. So this was the higher derivatives or successive differentiation. Means 1 time, 2 time, 3 times you are differentiating. So it is successive differentiation. And these are higher derivatives. First derivative dy upon dx, d2y upon dx2 second derivative, and d3y upon dx3 third derivative. Reading method also you pay attention. It is not d square y upon dx2. It is d2y upon dx2 because it is not the power. It denotes order. It denotes order. So that's why we are saying d2y upon dx2 or here d3y upon dx3 third derivative d3y upon dx3 because it is order, it is not the power. So that's why we say like this. Now I am going to take some questions from the exercise so that you can understand how can we find second derivative of the given function. So you see here, you can see here 8L exercise I have written. Find the second derivative of the following functions. Some functions are given. You have to find second derivative. First question, fifth part I am taking. I think 7 parts are there. Fifth part I am taking. So 1 upon root x. Its solution means second derivative. First of all you will find its first derivative. So whatever function is given, whatever expression is given, you take that y as y equals 1 upon root x. I have written let y equals 1 upon root x, and 1 upon root x can be written as x to the power minus 1 upon 2. You know very well. Now, differentiate one time dy upon dx. Here when you differentiate d upon dx of x to the power minus 1 upon 2. Now, x to the power n formula you can apply, n x to the power n minus 1. So with that it will come minus 1 upon 2 x to the power minus 3 upon 2. Now differentiate again. So dy upon dx, its differentiation will become d2y upon dx2, just before I told you. Now 1 upon 2 same, differentiation of x to the power minus 3 upon 2. So minus 3 upon 2 x to the power minus 3 upon 2 minus 1. So that will become x to the power minus 5 upon 2. By simplifying, you will get d2y upon dx2 equals 3 upon 4 x to the power minus 5 upon 2. Understood? I think it is okay for you. Next, third question, third part. If y equals tan x plus sec x, prove that d2y upon dx2 equals cos x upon 1 minus sin x whole square. How can we prove? So proof I have written here. You can see y equals tan x plus sec x, it is given. So first derivative you find dy upon dx, tan x differentiation sec square x plus sec x differentiation sec x tan x. You know very well. Now sec x I have taken common. So what will remain? Sec x plus tan x inside the bracket. You can see sec x common, sec x plus tan x inside the bracket. Now I have converted in the terms of sin and cos. Why I have converted in terms of sin and cos? Because I have to prove answer in terms of sin and cos. So already I have converted 1 upon cos x in place of sec x. Inside the bracket sec x 1 upon cos x plus tan x sin x upon cos x. Take LCM. So 1 upon cos x into 1 plus sin x upon cos x. Cos square x, it will become 1 plus sin x upon cos square x. Now cos square x value you can put 1 minus sin square x. 1 minus sin square x, you can apply a square minus b square, a plus b, a minus b. So by that formula 1 plus sin x into 1 minus sin x. 1 plus sin x, 1 bracket cancelled. So you are having 1 upon 1 minus sin x, or it can be written as 1 minus sin x to the power minus 1. Now since you can see second derivative, differentiation of dy upon dx will be d2y upon dx2. Now differentiation of 1 minus sin x to the power minus 1 into 1 minus sin x to the power minus 2 into 1 minus sin x differentiation 0 minus cos x. Because differentiation of 1 is 0, differentiation of sin x is cos x. So when you simplify, minus cos x minus 1 cos x, and this term 1 minus sin x to the power minus 2, when you take in denominator, so power will be positive, 1 minus sin x whole square it will become. So final answer you are getting d2y upon dx2 equals cos x upon 1 minus sin x whole square, which was to be proved. So that's why I have written here proved. So like this you can prove. Next, fifth question. You can see if y equals log x upon x, prove that d2y upon dx2 equals 2 log x minus 3 upon x cubed. How can we prove? Y equals log x upon x is given. First derivative you find dy upon dx equals u upon v formula you apply, x square, denominator square, denominator x is same, differentiation of log x 1 upon x minus log x same, differentiation of x is 1. Now simplify it. So it will give 1 minus log x upon x square. You can see 1 minus log x upon x square. It is the first derivative. Now second derivative d2y upon dx2. It is first derivative dy upon dx. dy upon dx equals 1 minus log x upon x square. Now it's second derivative, you come to second derivative, d2y upon dx2 equals x square whole square, you can see here. Now x square same, differentiation of 1 minus log x, 1 minus 1 upon x, minus 1 minus log x same, differentiation of x square 2x. Now simplify it, you can see how can we simplify. Minus x into minus 1 upon x, sorry, x square into minus 1 upon x minus x. Now multiply by minus 2x, minus is outside, minus 2x plus 2x log x. Now by simplifying 2x log x minus 3x upon x to the power 4, you can see. Now x is common, 2 log x minus 3 upon x to the power 4, 1 power will cancel. So what will remain? 3 power 2 log x minus 3 upon x cubed. So which was to be proved. Now next question you can see, ninth question. Y equals sin inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square, it is given. Prove that 1 minus x square d2y upon dx2 minus 3x dy upon dx minus y equals 0. This expression you have to prove, this equation. Y equals sin inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square, it is given. First derivative you find, dy upon dx, u upon v you will apply. So square of denominator 1 minus x square, because denominator is under root 1 minus x square, its square will be 1 minus x square. Now denominator same, differentiation of sin inverse x 1 upon under root 1 minus x square, minus comes in formula. Sin inverse same, differentiation of under root 1 minus x square, it will be plus 1 upon 2 into under root 1 minus x square into differentiation of minus x square will be minus 2x by chain rule. So you have to pay attention. 2 will cancel, 2 is cancelled. Now what will remain after simplifying? It will be 1 minus, you can see here, minus plus 1 plus x sin inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square upon 1 minus x square. 1 minus x square you can take in LHS. So it will come 1 minus x square dy upon dx equals 1 plus xy. Here you have to pay attention. Student, here you can see this expression, its value is y. So that's why I have written 1 plus x is given y, and this I have taken in with dy upon dx. With dy upon dx I have taken. So 1 minus x square dy upon dx equals 1 plus xy. This step you have to remember, because if you are not putting value y in place of sin inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square, then it will be difficult to find second derivative. So that's why you keep in the mind this step. Again differentiating, we get, you can see 1 minus x square same, differentiation of dy upon dx, d2y upon dx2 plus uv I am applying, keep in mind. So 1 minus x square same, dy upon dx differentiation d2y upon dx2 plus dy upon dx same, differentiation of 1 minus x square 0 minus 2x is equal to, differentiation of 0 is 1 is 0, differentiation of 1 is 0 plus x same, differentiation of y dy upon dx plus y same, differentiation of x 1. Now you take all the terms, first you open the bracket, LHS you can see plus minus minus, that's why minus is there, plus minus minus. Now open the bracket, it will be positive, there will be positive term in RHS. Now take all the terms into LHS. So you will get 1 minus x square d2y upon dx2 minus 3x dy upon dx minus y equals 0, which was to be proved. So like this, students, we have to prove the questions. We have to find second derivative. Now you can see 14th question. In 14th question, what is given? If y equals a e to the power mx plus b e to the power minus mx, prove that d2y upon dx2 minus m square y equals 0. So y equals a e to the power mx plus b e to the power minus mx, it is given. Find first derivative, dy upon dx. A same, because a is constant. E to the power x differentiation, e to the power x you know very well. So differentiation of e to the power mx is e to the power mx, but differentiation of mx again you will do. So m will come in multiplication because differentiation of x is 1. In the same way, plus b same, e to the power minus mx differentiation, e to the power minus mx, and you can say coefficient of x will come in multiplication, minus m. So a m e to the power mx minus b m e to the power minus mx. Now again differentiating d2y upon dx2, a m e to the power mx into m again, minus b m e to the power minus mx into minus m. Now you simplify, what it will come, you can see a m square e to the power mx minus minus plus b m square e to the power minus mx, m square common, a e to the power mx plus b e to the power minus mx. Now you know very well it is given, it is the value of y. A e to the power mx plus b e to the power minus mx is equal to y. So that's why I have put m square y, you take in LHS. This m square y you take in LHS. So it will be d2y upon dx2 minus m square y equals 0. So which was to be proved. One more question you can see, 17th question. It is very good question. Find d2y upon dx2 when theta equals pi by 2. Here parametric equations are given. Parametric exercise I told you. X equals a into theta plus sin theta, y equals a into 1 minus cos theta. Now parameter is theta. So first of all you differentiate both the equation with respect to theta as you have done in previous exercise. Previous I think 8 maybe I exercise. So in that exercise you have done. So d theta dx upon d theta equals a into differentiation of theta 1 differentiation of sin theta cos theta. So this is the differentiation of x with respect to theta. Now differentiation of y with respect to theta. You can see y equals a into 1 minus cos theta dy upon d theta equals a cos theta differentiation is minus sin theta. Minus sin theta, it will become plus sin theta. So that's why I have written a sin theta. Now dy upon dx you know very well, dy upon d theta multiplied by d theta upon dx. So you can put the value of dy upon d theta, a sin theta, d theta upon dx, dx upon d theta you are having a into 1 plus cos theta. So d theta upon dx will be its reciprocal, a 1 upon a into 1 plus cos theta. So that's why I have put here a 1 upon a into 1 plus cos theta, a is cancelled. So what is remaining? Dy upon dx equals sin theta upon 1 plus cos theta. It is remaining. Now but you have to find second derivative, d2y upon dx2. This step you have to keep in the mind. d2y upon dx2, it is in term of theta and you have to differentiate with respect to x. So how can we differentiate? Here it is in LHS, it is okay. If LHS you differentiate with respect to x, then it will become d2y upon dx2. I have written here. RHS also you have to differentiate with respect to x. So d upon d theta first, d upon d theta of the RHS multiplied by d theta upon dx. You have to keep this step in mind because it is in terms of theta. So first you differentiate RHS with respect to theta and multiplied by d theta upon dx, you will take in multiplication. In every question of such type you have to do like that. Like this, in every question of such type you have to do. So u upon v formula you apply. V square in denominator, v same, differentiation of u cos theta minus u sin theta same, differentiation of v minus sin theta, multiplied by, here you can see 1 upon a into 1 plus cos theta, it is the value of d theta upon dx, just before you have found. Now you simplify. When you simplify, it will give cos theta plus cos square theta plus sin square theta upon a into 1 plus cos theta whole cubed. Cos square theta plus sin square theta 1. So 1 plus cos theta upon a into 1 plus cos theta whole cubed. Now 1 power will cancel. What will remain? 1 upon a into 1 plus cos theta whole square. But you have to find d2y upon dx2 at theta equals pi by 2. Now you put theta equals pi by 2 in the value of d2y upon dx2. I have put here 1 upon a into 1 plus cos pi by 2 whole square. So 1 upon a into 1 whole square you can say, or 1 plus 0 whole square. So final answer is coming 1 upon a. So these were the questions from exercise 8L. After getting these questions from this video, you can do all the questions of exercise 8L. 100% you can do. Difficult questions I have taken in this video. Remaining questions you do, and after it if you have any problem then you can ask. So thank you and have a nice day.